Would you rather always sleep in jeans or always have wet socks?
I had to go back and find this video from their podcast because like ever since I saw heard this question, like it's all I've been thinking about. And honestly, like I'm just gonna come clean and say like I think sleeping in James is kinda like a reward. Or like not reward, but like I guess what I'm trying to get to is like some of the things I remember from my like childhood, which is like, when you're, it's for me, it was like middle school, middle school. Like I would like, hang out with my friends and then like all of a sudden, like I bonded so much like that, when I first met my friends that we're like, let's hang out, let's, sleep over and like play video games and, eat pizzas and stuff like that. So at that time, like I didn't really like prepare for a sleepover, so I just right after school we just went. I just told my mom like I'm gonna, like I met this guy, him. There's his phone number. This is where he lives. Like I'm just gonna go sleep over his house, and they're like, yeah, cool, okay, be safe, call us. And like I remember like having the time of my life, and it was just like you know play video games till like midnight and like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then like you just pass out from like I don't know, the joy of like being at, your friend's house and like you didn't really pack your pajamas or anything like that. So you're just like sleeping in jeans. And the fun of like also waking up in jeans kind of like is like visceral. It's like, like you wake up in jeans and like at the time I think my friend at the time like had like plans. So they're like, all right, we're gonna get up and we're gonna go to the park or we're gonna go do something. So like you sleep in jeans and you wake up in jeans and like you're ready to go. So like that's what I mean by like a pleasure and a reward and like kind of like it feels good like to be ready to go. Like I mean, it wasn't uncomfortable for me to sleep in jeans. It's kind of like I felt protected cuz like sometimes, you don't get a blanket. But also the other thing too, separate scenario, like I remember working like at a warehouse. So like I was like baggy sweatshirt and like, dirty, crusty jeans. And like, I remember like getting off at work, like, midnight or 8 a.m., like midnight to 8 a.m. or like 8 a.m. shift change. Anyways, like I remember the midnights of the long days where like I get off of work, I'm in my jeans and I come home and I just don't feel like changing and I just sleep in my jeans. It's such a fun feeling, a safe feeling of like you don't need to change, you don't need to do anything. You're watching TV and you just fall asleep on the couch in jeans, and it's such a comfortable like exhaustive feeling of like I gave everything I have and I got like no energy to go on, and I'm just super comfortable in my sweatshirt and jeans. And like I think the most I would do is just take off my shoes, but like that feeling of like, you know, I don't know, protective in your jeans and like, you gave everything you have for the end of the day. It's such a good feeling. And I think like that's why I'm like I was so stuck on this thought of like sleeping in jeans because I'm like I had the best time like sleeping in jeans. I mean, I don't condone it now. Like I don't feel like, yeah, like if you're like at home and you're in jeans and it's like and you've had a good like rest of the day and you're like, oh, it's time to go to bed. Yeah, put on pajamas or put on sweatpants or put on something. Yeah, like don't just go to bed in jeans. But also, if you feel like it, go to bed in jeans. But yeah, that's my take, and that's what I've been thinking about this whole time since I remember this, podcast. I'm like, sleeping in jeans is fun. Sleeping in jeans is kind of cool.